Hello folks, welcome to day 8. So this has been 1 week and 1 day. So good news is we are trying to build consistency. We are trying to make it to 21 days, and as we can see, it's an extremely slow learning process. I'm hoping in 2 years my game quality does improve, and I should be able to get an 1800 FIDE rating as such. So let's see how it goes, and let's start off the day with our standard puzzles freaks. And I think yesterday we hit our lifetime high of around 35, but now of course the puzzles would get fairly tougher, and I think this is a folk puzzle. Looks like I threaten it. If he takes, then I do have the folk. Alright, great. So we got 36 folks. So it's going great. We've gotten 36 puzzles right in the puzzle streak. Let's see if we can make it to 40. Now what is the situation here, folks? So what if I take this? I can simply take it. A rook takes, queen takes, queen takes, rook takes, but I don't gain anything in the process. Queen takes, rook takes, queen takes. Then I'm exchange up. So I think that's what this puzzle is. He has an intermezzo move, but then I can simply bring the queen back, and I'm still up material, exchange up in the process. Okay, great folks. So I think we've reached 37. Can we get 3 more on the trot? And the on the trot part is what is difficult. If you allow me to give me enough time, and I say that it's okay to get a couple of them wrong, it works well. But I have got 37 straight correct on the streak. Can we make it 40? Alright folks, let's see if we can do a 40 here. Okay, let's see the situation. We are material down, we are a complete bishop down, but we have a lot of compensation in terms of pawns. So we have actually materially equal, so to speak. But do we have something good that we can do here which will help us to win material? So now the thing here is, if I can get the queen off this diagonal, then I get this bishop. What if I put more pressure on the bishop? What if I put more pressure on the bishop? He takes this, then he has a massive attack in this position here. Not great. Alright, this bishop is overloaded for sure. So, but yeah, there's not much that I can do. What if I can? Should I exchange this? His idea is pretty straightforward. Push, take this, and then there's a nice little attack on this particular square. Too much of pressure on this. In fact, he could have just sacked his bishop and then opened this up. So he has some really nice threats in this position, and I'm of course trying to play catch up with the additional piece. Is really helping him in this situation. Okay, one of the defensive ideas, again a defensive idea folks, I do not want this pawn to go away, because if the pawn is off, then the match is pretty much lost with excessive pressure along this. So my defensive idea is just to do a pawn push. Alright, a simple pawn push would solve this issue. Yeah, so I want the rook queen off this diagonal. So I think this is a pretty decent idea as well. So because the queen has to go somewhere here or here, and he doesn't have time to really, do this. I'll simply take whatever this, and then I think we are good. So I think this is a pretty decent idea, because then it gets the queen off this row. Still, I don't see how do I gain material or gain a massive advantage in this position. And of course, as you can see, as we're getting to 38, 40, it's getting harder to get the right move. This rook move is blunders, because he just has this. I'm just giving up this pawn, so this rook cannot move. So let's eliminate this rook. This rook cannot move. Let's say these pawns are not really the solution. So it's either this queen or this rook, which is basically the solution to this question. What can it be? Do I have low hanging pieces? I can push this here, rook attacking this, takes, queen takes, creating this fork, forcing him to take, and then I think we are all good. So rook here, putting pressure on this overworked piece. What if I just move this away somewhere? So if I put this here and he moves it here, then his pieces are not very well coordinated, and I can simply take this, rook queen takes, rook takes, and then I can use the extremity. I'm not very clear, folks. Actually, I'm really pretty much lost here. I'm going to try and take a skip. The queen comes here. I have threaten mate in one and then win the queen. Wonderful, folks. I think we should have been looking at it. I think I have not been able to figure that out, so I just left it. So I think I can just push the pawn front, trying to queen in this position. I think makes sense to me. But I also think this rook is out of squares. Is completely out of squares. In fact, if I just simply move the king here, how do you protect this? There's no way to protect it. It's simply lost because the rook just does not have squares. Alright, I was right, and I simply take this. Now I need to find a defensive move protecting the rook. The only move that works is king here, and then we are good. Okay, great, folks. I think 38 was tough. I just could not think about it. It's a very straightforward one, but I just couldn't think about it. Now here, I think if I take this, I'm threatening mate in one. Does he have a check? That's the question. Does he have a check here, folks? So I'm threatening mate in one, and yeah, does he have a check here? I don't see a check anywhere in the horizon, so we are good. This, I have two options. One is queen takes, threaten this mate, or the pawn takes, queen takes, check, check. I don't think so. It's pawn takes, and then giving him his material up. I would want to threaten mate in one. I think this is the move. Great. So he defends mate in one, and now I think there's some way that pieces are not very well coordinated, and I can get some. I have this check, skewer, and then I win this rook. Okay, that's the plan. Let's see if it works. And yes, folks, we reached 40. I think this is never reached. We have first time reaching this. So now let's take some time, folks. Let's see what's happening here. Is there a mating one threat, mating two threat? That's what we missed earlier in any of these puzzle tricks. He is putting pressure on the f7 pawn. So he's putting massive pressure on this f7 pawn, but we have some activity and some checks and something here, folks. So yeah, I mean, these pieces are pretty well protected. There's nothing much I can do. Queen is I can trap the queen. That's a very nice thought. What is his escape squares with the queen? I need to first block his escape squares and then just put the rook here, and then it's lost. So the queen cannot come here, here, currently, and here. He can currently come here and here. I need a way to block both these squares. Do I have it? I play it here and he can simply come here. If I play here, I don't have a way to trap him. Okay. Let's think about it. He has two squares. I am okay for him being here, but I'm not okay for him being here. So what I'm going to play this here. He plays this here, then I play it here. Queen tries to escape along this diagonal. Folks, it's pretty clear this queen's trapped. Alright, these are the squares he can't go, and this is his ideal square to escape along this diagonal. Alright, I want to stop him from reaching that. I thought I'll play the queen here, threatening rook here. What he would do is, my queen here, he moves his queen here, escaping along this diagonal. Oh no, he then has this square as well. He can simply come here and escape. So I think the move is this. With the queen escaping along this diagonal, we block him. Alright, folks, the idea is clear. I need to come here because otherwise he'll simply come out here and then escape. So queen comes here, blocking him, and he has to come here to escape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this here, blocking his escape square completely. Actually, why don't I play my queen here? Then he has this square, and then Move order. Should I change the move order? Start off with the rook here, but still he has this square and this square to escape. Queen here, threatening rook here, which is completely losing for white. So he would instantly realize that, and he will come here. When he comes there, I still play this here, then he has this square to escape. So I need to come here, with the queen here. Sorry, queen here, rook here, queen here. But how does it trap? How does it get trapped? Here he has this escape square. I don't see a nice way to trap this queen, folks. I think I know the solution is the queen trap, but I'm not able to make it work. I found the idea, but I'm not able to make this idea work. It's because if I come here, he will just escape out of this row. So I know I need to come. This rook has to come here. So my idea is simple. The queen comes here. Queen comes here. Simple. Queen comes here. Rook blocks his exit. Oh, okay. Why don't I block it this way? And then this rook is not very useful. So I think the queen comes here. This queen comes here. I block his exit. Should I block the exit right away? Still has the square. Why don't I play rook here? Yes, folks, the idea is rook here, because then if he comes here, then I can still come here and okay. I think the idea is clear. This here, because he still does not have squares, he can come here, but then I can do okay. No, he cannot come here. Okay, I think I got it. I block this square. So basically his only escape square currently, he cannot come here. Here he can come after I move the rook, but currently he can come here and here. Here also he cannot come. Only square he can come is here. So I block this. He comes here, not an issue. Then I have queen comes here and then completely trapped. I think I have this. Oh no, I thought of that idea first, folks. Let's look at the solution. Queen there, and why don't queen come here? I play this and he escapes. Alright, folks, I think we've spent a lot of time on this. Let's do a few puzzles. I think I got the idea, but I did not think one move ahead. Think one extra move, and that's critical. Think that one extra move. That's my learning from today's puzzle streak. Intermezzo. So we have this check. So what? He goes there. This one. Then I have this. Alright, folks. This check here. The king goes there. Check here. King comes here. Check here. King comes here. I'm very sure the first move is this check. There's no doubt on that. King goes there. Pawn push is not working, so I do this check. The king comes back here. Check. King comes here. Alright, folks, it's an intermezzo puzzle. I have this check. King goes there. I'm not able to push this pawn for whatever reason. Okay, I'm threatening mate, so he has to take. No, folks, I am not very sure on how we go about it. Oh yes, I have this check here, folks. This check, the king comes here. I have this check right here. The king has to come here or here. Let's say he comes here. Then I have this pawn push, and then I have some mating ideas. I think that's what it is. Let's try. The first move is correct. The second move I think so is this check here. This additional check would bring him here. But I don't have a check after that. And I click this knight, and then I have this check and this mate. Or something like that. Okay folks, I think I'm a little confused on how do we go about it. I have this check. Then the king comes here. This check and then... No. This push. This check. No. Pawn takes. As usual folks, I think I'm really struggling with these intermezzo moves. So I think I'm lacking visualization. Or I'm struggling on visualization as a top. So my idea is pretty straightforward. Take this pawn and then threaten this mate here. And this square pawn takes, and then I can threaten mate, but it doesn't seem to be working. Pawn takes. Then I'm threatening this mate, but then the rook comes here. Then I can simply take this. Okay, I think that's working. I think it's working. So let's see, let's start with this. How does that help me? It stops him. Anyways. Terrible folks, we've got 2 consecutive wrongs, and intermezzo has been my downfall even in the tournament, has been a downfall even in my rating calculators. Getting into this situation. Yesterday was a moderate day because I won a game, lost a game. But today let's look at intermezzo. He just simply took my queen. I can simply take the queen, but the problem is I lose this. But if I take this, he simply takes this. So I think I take it. He cannot take it because I'll take this. I think I'll take it, and then I'm going to take this one because I do have what's the problem here? I can simply move it off. He takes this check, and he has I don't have this check. I need to push this out of this square because then only the check works. Alright folks, I found the intermezzo, then move it out, because now when you take it, I have this check, only option, this check, then he goes only option, and then this is completely winning. I think I found it folks. Finally I got one intermezzo right after a ton of effort. Alright folks, I have this check. Then the king moves away. Somewhere there. I have this check. King moves somewhere there. Then I'm not winning anything, am I? Check. King moves away. Queen takes. Then still I have nothing. I have this option. Rook here, pinning it. It's not a big deal. I simply win this, right? If I pin this, then how do you protect it? Queen takes. Intermediate check. No, not working. Simple for them folks. Queen takes. Right, here's a simple queen takes. I have this check. So this doesn't work. Win it to win it doesn't work because he can, instead of knight, he can simply take it with the queen. It's a very simple tactic. I don't seem to have a good intermediate move post that. Do I have it? Think for a second, for an extra second. Yes, I do have it. I have this check, and he can't. Yes, folks, what nonsense. Think a minute further and you win the queen itself. Great folks, that think a move longer, I think it is the theme for today, because I think I'm not thinking a move longer. Isn't this the same move? Just take this and then take this. Does he have anything great on this position? Yeah, it was a simple intermezzo now folks. So we've done 5. Let me do for a few more minutes. Okay, what do we have it here? I have this check. I don't get anything by this actually. I'm not getting anything at all actually. by doing this. Check, king comes back, and then I just simply come back. What's wrong? Does he have a pin into it? I don't see it. What's wrong? I just take it and come back. What's stopping us, folks? What's opponent's idea which we are missing? And then I have this check, and then I have a mate. Check. I can directly take this, allowing him to take this. Check doesn't work. Doesn't work. He has escape square. I need the queen here. So I'm going to take this check, come back, and threaten mate. I don't see a problem. Okay. Get a hint. I have this check. What? Oh my god, I have totally messed this up. I have this check and I have in it. Alright folks, I totally messed this up. Alright, last puzzle for the day, and as you know, as usually we have lost 31 points and gained 14 points. We've been on the loser streak on the rating points on the intermezzo puzzle, indicating the tournament analysis that intermezzo is a problem is clearly correct. I have this option. What option does he have after that? He has this check here, which wins back the piece, and that's his idea. He took the pawn that, you know, I'm going to take this. Then he's going to play this check and then do it. So my idea now is let's put this intermezzo in, then take it, because that blocks that idea completely. Alright folks, I think we said this is the final one, so it's going to call it a day on this. So of course, again in the puzzles, we've been struggling a bit on the intermezzo part. We've got a few right, few wrong. But let's look at some of the games. Let's start with the game today. The objective here is for this today's games is that identifying opponent's idea and try to calculate one move more. Calculate one move more. Okay, folks. So 1818. So it's an equal rated opponent, and we're going to play this here, allowing this take and then developing this knight. Right. So that's the idea. I accepted. I put my knight up here. Pawn takes, knight up. Sorry. Pawn takes, knight comes up here. Let's see if it works. Yes, that was my idea, so I'm going to simply move this knight up. I can kick you. Where does he go? He comes here. That's the correct place for the knight. This is the correct way for the knight. Then I put some pressure on it. Then I open this up, put pressure on this, pressure on this. Okay, folks, I'm clear with the idea. He plays it here. Oh, this is a mistake because I can simply capture this piece. We knew this. This is an opening blunder by Dasdan Baba. And yes, you can do that, but does not matter much. And I'm going to simply continue to develop by kicking you around, and it's a pretty standard way to do things here. I have this check, I have this pawn push. Sufficient activity. I get back this pawn. No easy way to stop me from capturing this pawn. Yeah, there's no way. In fact, let's forget about no easy way. There's no way. In fact, I was looking at this check here, trying to you simply give me the pawn, so I'll take it. Might having simple queen here runs into this kind of idea, so I don't want it to happen. I'm going to put my bishop out, rook in, and then I'm going to put pressure on the queen. My idea is pretty clear. This is a weak pawn which can be targeted with this bishop. Yes, so he directly tries to safeguard it, but I'll still continue to do this with the idea of rook coming in here. No issues. So I am going to take a second, allow doing this push, and this push. I think my game is pretty straightforward. I'm a material up. I just need to exchange pieces. To do this, let me get a tempo on the queen. Okay, I had a better move. I think I had a much better move. Here, once this happens, once the knight comes in, I should have pinned it and exchanged it up. So as we know, I think yesterday the mistakes were okay. Let me put extra pressure on this guy. He has to get out of the pin. I'm going to typically take it off because I don't want that guy hanging around. But if he gives me a little extra time, I'm going to pin it and then play it. If he plays something that's not very logical, he tries to get some other move in, which is not absolutely right. Okay, there's no way he can do a mistake here. There's no way he's going to allow this. He typically would get his queen out of the way. Yes, absolutely right. So, what if I do this? He kicks, I take. Yeah, let me just try this. Does he have any counter? I might just take it and then take this. Or in fact, sorry, the wrong piece. I'm going to take it this way. Let's see. He allows it. So okay folks, I think we're not following the objective. Objective was to calculate a move or two deeper, which I'm not doing. In fact, I'm just playing it by instinct, which is not exactly what we would be wanting to do. So let's see folks, how would he counter this situation of ours. My idea is very clear. I capture this, he captures this, and then I'm going to take it with my knight in fact, and then I'm threatening this knight takes bishop. Basically I'm just trying to win one more piece which is currently pinned to the queen. Let's see how that goes. Let's see. I think he has a nice little defense. I think we're just overthinking this because the queen comes here, attacking this, getting this piece out of pin. Not really. I can still simply take it because it protects the knight in the process. No, I was right. The queen here is not working because I take it. He doesn't take. Let's say he cannot take this now because. Alright folks, so we seem to be winning a piece. What's the defense? Let's think of the defense. Defense. Counter-attack. Let's say a counter-attack like this. Then I just put more pressure. Folks, that does not work because I'm simply putting more pressure now. I'm going to put so much pressure that there's no way to defend it. As such. So we have... Oh yeah, the king is there. So what wrong calculation am I doing? I take, he take, I take. Yeah, I have to give up the queen for two pieces, which is good for me, I believe, but it is still a rook and a knight for a queen, which is still okay, rather than just giving the piece for free. So yes, folks. So this is probably the end situation that we're going to have. I'm going to give up 1, 2, 3 pieces for what? No. I'm still gaining in the process. There is no doubt on that. So what's the alternative? 2 pieces which is -3 versus if I am still gaining, my dear friend, because I simply take this knight now. Or no, I'm taking this knight. So folks, I'm 2 pieces up, clean 2 pieces up at this point of time. What we need to do here is simplification. Yes, he castles, and I will also want to castle. I want to put my knight here, put pressure on this bishop, which is actually nestled between his own set of pawns. Alright folks, let's think what's the best square for the queen. So queen can come here, here, or here. Only 3 squares currently for the king. This is putting pressure on this bishop, but not really because he can simply get his rook over. I would want to put my queen here eventually. So why don't I play it here and then play it here? Yes, I think I would want my queen here. This takes 3 moves, this takes 2 moves. I'm going to put pressure and I will just simply come over here. With the idea of putting pressure here with a check or whatever, right? So we have some options that's coming up. So I think long term position is going to be queen sitting there as anticipated, and I'm simply going to move the queen away, and then I'm going to castle and I'm going to put pressure here. Yeah, I think this is working, folks. Simply put pressure here. He will try to protect somewhere, and then I'm just winning. I mean, exchanging material, which was my objective. Why was this played? What is the idea? I'm simply going to put pressure on this bishop on that square. And just the queen up front. Is this knight losing all squares? I don't see it. On push, queen front, on push, bishop takes, castles. What's happening, folks? Where are we missing? What are we missing? Actually, not where are we missing. What are we missing? So my idea is simple. Rook takes, bishop takes. So I'm going to start with rook takes because I'm threatening a mate here. So rook takes, and knight takes is my idea. And if he moves the bishop, yes, if he moves it there, then I have this specific fork, which happens after I take this. Okay, it's not really a fork because queen takes, then I simply castle out of this position. Okay, yeah, it's not a fork, but I'm still winning this pawn. But I would want to castle first, folks. I have been trying to delay this, but I want to castle. This is protected, this pawn is getting lost. But I'm still fine, I'm still winning this pawn in the process, and I should be okay. I'm material up, so I just need to exchange and move things forward. Check and win this. So folks, what's the idea? His queen, he has some counter activity on the play. I'm losing a few pawns. Should I lose the pawn? I can just defend it, right? I have a simple defense. Now everything is holding everything together. Not to worry. This is exactly where I generally struggle in these positions, and I need to find a way to continue play. I take this pawn. I take this pawn, then I lose this. So I take this pawn. Bishop takes pawn, and protecting this in the process. I do not mind a little bit of exchange. I have this check. If rook comes here, he's just losing because of this check, and I win this rook. He's trying to put pressure there. If you take, I have to take. I don't have a choice. Rook comes there, trying to put more pressure. I have this check, and you lose the rook. Alright folks, things are looking interesting. Do I have an intermezzo here? Bishop here threatening this, check here, sufficient moves. We do have sufficient moves at this point in time. The rook cannot come here to put pressure because of this. So we're still okay, folks, we're still okay. Not an issue. I now do have this option available. find a way to create a mating net. I would want to first offer him an exchange. Simple, straightforward exchange. Because why not? Then I am threatening to take this. Why not? So I think this is pretty much lost for the opposition. I have not given them enough counterplay. So let's see how that goes. Okay, what's the idea? I would have anyways played the queen there in a second. What was the idea? Okay. Occupy the open diagonal. I have a disco, but disco is not helping much. So I'm just simply going to play opening the diagonal. Attacking the diagonal. King will sit here or here, or here. Right? He has 3 squares. Either of these 3 squares protected, so no issues here. Bishop takes. I'm okay. Alright, I'm going to simply go for an exchange. Rook takes, king takes. I'm taking this. Back rank is secure. Alright folks, I'm going for this. I'm going to go for this exchange. Let's calculate it. Objective being calculate 1 move extra. If rook takes, knight takes, fork, winning this. This knight is still protecting the background square. Queen takes, queen takes. No, I don't see a problem. I think I'm clear. This is completely winning. If he takes, first I'm going to give him a check and then take this back. As simple as that. This is an intermezzo check there. So he cannot hope to do this. So if he takes this, first check and then take this up, which I already saw. If he takes this, I have a fork, causing further exchanges. I'm having intermezzo check. A lot of other alternative options available. Key problem currently for me is the back rank. Currently I am protecting these 2 entry points, these 3 entry points from where you can deliver a check. Yes, everything is controlled. Knight controls these 2, king controls this, queen controls these 2. So currently we've ensured that the back rank is pretty much safe. There is not too much activity, no way to enter in. Okay, I'm not sure what's the idea, but I'm going to simply chop that check off. Now what? Alright folks, now let's think about it. I think we are fine at this point in time. I have this check protecting this. I need to open up this one here to get a free escape square. I'll give you the reasoning as well in a second why I would want to do that. But this check controls almost everything. I have a discovered attack if he puts the king in the wrong square. It's not possible to do so, but yeah, this is the only way to put it in the wrong square. So this is the only wrong square, so he can, oh sorry, this and this, no, yeah, both are wrong squares. So he has, okay, it's actually, he cannot come here. He cannot come here. So he has 1, 2, 3. In that only one of them is correct. Is that correct either? No folks, that also does not work. Because of this discover check, and I get my exchange, the queen's exchanged, and that brings us to the end of this match. I don't see how on earth would alright folks, see, this is a blunder because of this king coming in here, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just of all block this off, get my own king into the game. And yes, you can do that. I don't care because I will get the opposition like this, and you're losing this pawn, losing the match. So there's nothing to worry. I think some pawn is somewhere is lost. slowly giving up our spawns. I have the opposition. I know there's no knight mate possible. Let's just protect it. You can come here. No big deal. Okay, let me place this here. Okay, folks. So let's just go grab pawn. Go pawn grabbing, and simply finish this off without much thought. Is there a stalemate? No. So as long as there's no stalemate, we are good. Check. Okay, this is a mate in the middle of the board. I didn't even realize that. I just wanted to give him a check, and that's a mate. Okay, that's done. Baba has given us a simple win. Of course, because of a blunder right out of the opening, and we just converted clinically. I'm not sure if it's clinically, but I would want to do a computer analysis on this. It's a fairly long game. Yes, post that we knew that we were winning. So opening blunder, and then the match just went south. We just kept at it. We've done a mistake in the entire game. Just one mistake. Not yet fully complete analysis, but I don't think so. One mistake, one inaccuracy. But yes, I think it was the play was fairly easy. So only the one mistake. Let's analyze this. I should not have exchanged. I was thinking about it. I thought we had a better play here. What was the better play? I was thinking, oh no, it's a mate in one, folks. We missed a mate in one, and then we extended the game. It was a simple mate in one sequence. Horrible situation. But okay, no issues. It was an easy win, and then I was going for simplification, and then of course I was winning. All right, folks, no issues. We missed a mate in one in this game. Otherwise, a clinical game because of an opening mistake. So I don't think so. It was a great game from a learning perspective. So every day we're getting at least one learning. Yesterday 2 learnings, completely winning positions lost, etc. Yesterday we had 1 learning where we were completely winning, and then I completely capitulated in a pretty good situation. I think he's probably I was thinking he'll probably sack extra pawn and then get some activity, but yes, he gave me a tempo which I will happily take. Open up the bishop into the game, open up the other bishop into the game. So I typically go for the Sicilian card structure, which I'm not going to deviate from. Let's see, I have to try to get this d5 break in at some point of time. Should I try this? No, not yet. Let me put the queen in, stopping this bishop coming here. Should I get the d5 break in? Let's see, folks. I can now simply play this here because he can't play this. I'll simply play this here, and if he does, no, I don't see here. I want to play d5 break at some point of time, which I have typically struggled in these kind of positions. I castle, and then I want to get the d5 break. How? First exchange the knights off, and then get the d5 break in. Right? Get the rooks into the game, and then get the d5 break in. As simple as that. So my simple rook comes here. This rook comes here, and then I get the d5 break in. Okay, that's the idea. So let's see, folks. Is the queen trapped? I don't think so. Just that the queen can't go back from where it began. So let us reroute it. Okay, I have this move. Okay. Not so sure. It's the plan. Now I have this move and this move. These are the 2 moves which I am looking at. The first move here, directly threatening the knight. Pawn push, knight plays here, knight takes, queen takes. First, let me put pressure on this. And then I have this. Right, I'm just winning a pawn by the look of it. I got the wrong rook in, folks. I've been talking about this rook in and this rook sitting here. d5 break. Now why did I mess this up? But I did mess it up pretty neatly. Knight bishop here. Push. I think there's a way to protect that pawn. Giving up the f4 bishop for the f7 bishop. So yeah, not really. Okay, let's see, folks. All right, yes. So my idea was the knight takes pawn with the idea of queen takes. Right? Yeah. Oh. Alright folks, that's not working because of a specific problem that I have. I'm a complete piece down. Am I a complete piece down? He plays this here. Oh no, I'm not a complete piece down. He can't take it because of mate in 1. Thank God we got saved in this position. Alright folks, we just got saved. He does get the pawn back, but I'm not a piece down. And yeah, that was good. A very good situation to be in. And I get my d5 break, which I have been trying for some time now. And we are good. Alright folks, we are good now. He does get some exchanges in. That's fine. I think it's not a big problem. This knight bishop is suddenly bad, of course, because of this. But my idea is get some things in. But let's see. I have this move here currently, which is threatening to capture this guy. He gave me a free piece. Does he get it back? Let's calculate this, folks. Let's calculate this accurately. I take this, he plays it here. I threaten mate in 1. He does not have. I have this bishop which is running back. Let's calculate this again. Queen here. Queen takes. Queen comes here, threatening this guy. I counterattack, trying game mate in 1. Rook comes here. I simply exchange everything off and win the material, right? So let's see. I have this move here to protect. Oh, let's see. Let's see, folks. My idea. Okay, I think I haven't calculated this accurately. He does not have a mate in 1. I am threatening mate in 1. But let's see. Let's see, folks, if this is working. I think it should be working, because if he takes, I have a mate in 1. He has to defend it at some point of time, which is how would he defend it? Rook here, queen takes. Simple. He has to take it back. I exchange everything off and get an extra piece. I think this is winning. I think we are completely winning in this position. Let's see. Let's see, folks. Let us see what's happening here. Let's see, folks, how do we stop this mate? Yes, thank you very much. I would love this exchange. And now we are absolutely winning. We are simply material up. We need to put the opponent in the back foot. So, yes, I don't need to give him. What do? I need to activate my bishop. First things first. And how do I go about doing it? First, let's put pressure, put him on the back foot. Then push this pawn. Now this bishop is activated. This bishop is activated. And we are simply in a good position, to be frank. Yeah, you can come up, no issues. I have this check, and then I think we are all good. You do not have an easy way to defend this pawn at the space of the pawn's chain, which is what I'm targeting. This bishop just sits here pretty, and I think we are all good, folks. So I think this is a nice clinical win. We figured out that the intermediate move of the rook ace2, threatening mate in 1, is what the opponent had missed. So I have this check, then I come here, then I come here, and one of the pawns falls. Either this or this, so... Oh no. Oh no. That is not the way it is gonna work. So I'm gonna attack this pawn first. Making him defend. And then let me put this pawn here, this check here, removing the queen of the diagonal, king of the diagonal, and then attacking the base of the pawn chain. I still have this option, no issues at all. I am going to put the knight bishop here, the check. Oh, what did I just do? Let's see, folks. I think I'm losing a pawn here. Material up, but then I'm just... Okay, folks, I think I need to do a clean conversion again. As usual, I need to take a minute or two to patiently look at converting this. Allow the exchange. Allow the exchange, because for a pawn that exchange is worth it. Allow this exchange, no issues at all. Then I'm going to fix his pawns, take opposition, and play the game. As simple as that. Okay, this is good. This is excellent, in fact. As we had planned, I'm going to play this here. I'm actually would like to play this here. Attacking this is a correct way to get this pawn. Because if I play it here, he has this move protecting it. But if I play it here, his king has not have squares. Yes, absolutely. My idea is simple, folks. I just need to exchange off material and convert the game. So it's a very simple way for me to take this forward. Really? Attacking this now. He has to take it, then push. I don't know. Oh no. I'm fine. I think I completely misread the situation. I think this pawn's lost, folks. This pawn's completely lost. Pawn push, pawn takes, king takes. So I think still this pawn stays, and then just we run on this diagonal. Pawn takes. Wow, I'm just going to take this, and this is going to queen. Why should I complicate things? You can do whatever you want, but I'm simply winning. Right? So there is no way. I'm controlling all the key squares. He missed the idea that I have another pawn on the other end of the board, and I just need not go there, because it's not. I need not just go there, I just have it here because it's. And then I'm simply winning. I think made it 2. Alright, folks, 2 easy games for the day. No rematch, my dear friend, because you can call it a day after. I think we have 5 minutes left, so I need to analyze the game. My mistake. First, let's analyze this game. Analyze my previous game, which is this one. We're stabilizing at around 1800 leeches, which is FIDE. We can check the FIDE, but I don't think so. This 1844 would typically be. 1844 would typically be maybe 1400 FIDE. So we need to be around 2000, 2200 for an 1800 FIDE. So let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I have to go to the analysis mode, and I want to quickly go through it because we just have 5 minutes. Okay, so this is the card structure that I typically go for. So it does give opponent a bit of an initial advantage. Okay, he's suggesting me to play this here. Why would that be? Play this back. I lose the piece. I counter attack. What is the idea? I'm not very clear if how this is helping. Structures better. We just giving the connection here. I'm not very convinced, folks. I think I'm okay with this current move. I had a thought behind it. Knight f6. He wants me to d10 knight g to e7. And I played a knight f6. Yeah, I mean, I castled. Still a slight advantage. My idea was to get a break in. So of course I had that move. I had this move, still giving me a slight advantage. Oh my god, I just did not take a free pawn. Horrible, and this is completely lost. I simply push this. Oh, I just put further pressure and that's just lost. I blundered material here. Again, I'm blundering material. Alright folks, I thought I did a decent game. I have free piece, then there's no other way, and then I just simply converted it. I think it was a clinical conversion. Let's look at the computer analysis as we know that. Let's quickly summarize the day as well in the process. So in the first set of puzzles that we did, we realized that we missed one additional calculation, but we did reach our lifetime best of 40. And post that, what we did was we did a few puzzles on intermezzo, and post the intermezzo we did a couple of games. I think we got a slightly easier opponents today and we were able to win against them. The learning is try to keep evaluating what the opponent's thoughts or questions were in the process. So of course I missed some basic moves here. I'm not looking very nicely about the opponent's hanging pieces, all of that. So I did have one big blunder, and yes, so learn from that mistake. Wait a second, what was the blunder? Yeah, I think this is the blunder. Review. No mistakes found for black. Yeah, this is a blunder because of this move here. This is under pressure, so I would have played this move. I want to protect this guy here because I think the pressure is too much on this. I was thinking I should protect him. The alternative is just kick this guy. No, not kicking. No kicking. This one is getting into pressure. Okay, I was thinking there's another alternative. D5, but it takes 9 points, I guess. That was a bad idea. Did they have a better idea here? Oh, magnificent. They did have a much better idea here. Bishop here. Was it a pawn takes? Yes. Pawn takes, queen takes, rook takes. And I have this. So what? He takes, I take. I'm not sure if it is such a thing here. Moving the queen here, just sacking this piece. Yes, it just does not make sense. Just look at what could have been played. Queen here with the same idea. But yeah, that's okay. Alright folks, a great day. I wouldn't say a great day. I had two easy opponents which I beat. I did hit the lifetime highest of 40 on the puzzle streak. I lost points on, let's look at my profile. I think I lost a few points on the puzzles rating. 13 points was lost on puzzles. Yesterday I lost 16, yesterday I lost 11. I've been consistently losing training points because I had gained a lot of points thanks to a few of the puzzles that I did on day one of the starting few days. But after that, of course, it's been a trouble holding on to this position, and that's what it is. Thank you, folks.